This might be the beginning of my crochet business. Sometimes I just really don't know what I'm doing because it's impossible to know everything before you start. Hello, my name is Emily, and I've had the idea of starting a crochet business for a little while now, but I haven't done it because I've been wanting to focus more on my YouTube, getting that off the ground before I try to add anything else onto it. But I recently had an opportunity pop up where my friend asked me to crochet a bandana for her, and she told me that she would pay me for it. And so now I feel like that's kind of opening a door into what might possibly turn into a business. So this week will be kind of like an experiment to see what it would be like to actually have my own crochet business. And I'm going to talk more about my thoughts on starting a business later in the video, but first let's go get some yarn for this project.
Lights out, I'm your favorite. Too many ways, been in your place, taste the layers. Add it up, plus sign, zeros on the table. Driving and vibing, bring the bill later. Wanna make it bigger, just a little bit of flavor showing up to my space. I'm a fashion dealer, I'm your biggest bidder. Meet me in the middle.
She mentioned wanting like orange and yellow and blue and like bright springy colors, and this has all of those. But then there's also this plain yellow. I'm not finding a ton of orange. Most of it is like this, which I don't really like because it kind of gives like Cheetos or something. It's just a little too bright. So I want to find like a softer orange maybe.
Under these lucid dreams, I'm not thinking off my head yet. Just being honest, what's the big difference? And I've been feeling my own inertia. Just being honest, I don't want to just feel under these lucid dreams. I'm not just a visionary, it's all making sense to me. Not a basic, ain't no ordinary. Stay put, we gon' get higher. You're the product, I could be your buyer. Under these lucid dreams, I'm not thinking off my head yet.
I will give you a haul of what I got. I bought probably more than I should have. She mentioned wanting like orange and pink and yellow and springy colors, so I got this one. And I'm considering that we could do like white base and then green stems, and then this yarn could be for the flower part. But then I also got a yellow one, plain yellow, in case she wants to just have a plain color. And then I got this green. I already have green at home, but it's a slightly different tone. It's actually this one right here. And then I got this plain creamish white, and it's nice and thin, which is great for these bandanas because it makes it nice and drapey. But honestly, I feel pressure making something for somebody else, because when I make something for myself, it's no big deal. If it turns out poorly, it's like whatever, and I know exactly what I want. But when I make something for someone else, it's like I hope they like it. But I'm trying not to overthink things. So I'm gonna text her and see what she thinks about these colors, and I'll show her some other colors I have at home, and we'll see how things go. So I wanted to sit down and just talk a little bit about my thoughts on starting a business, and I have a fun drink. I hope you have a fun drink too, so we can just enjoy our time together having a little chat. So I've had the idea of starting a business in the back of my mind for a little while. Crocheting is something that I've been improving at recently and really enjoying. So I've been thinking that a crochet business would be a great place to start. I've been wanting to focus on my YouTube channel, and so that's why I haven't really started that yet, because I considered that having an audience would make starting the business easier and less risky, because I already have people who might be interested. Plus, YouTube has just been my main thing. It's I just want to focus on YouTube. But I had been praying and asking the Lord to give me guidance of like what to do with my life because honestly at this point in my life, sometimes I just really don't know what I'm doing. And honestly, that's probably how most people in their early 20s feel, but I can compare myself to others quite often. I would love to make content creation my job, and I would love to start a business and make that be my job, but ultimately I don't really have control if people watch my videos. I don't know what I'm doing, so I've just been praying and asking the Lord to show me the next step, and not to like show me my entire future. I don't need to know that, but just to show me the next step. And so I've had this little idea about starting a business in the back of my brain, and then yesterday I was with some friends and my friend was like talking about my bandana. She was like, oh my goodness, that's so cute. And then she was like, do you make stuff for other people? It wasn't clocking to me that she was like wanting me to make something for her, so I'm just like, oh yeah, you know, sometimes like I made a little bunny for my niece, whatever. Then it clicked and I was like, do you want me to make something for you? And she was like, yes, I would love that, and I would pay you for it. And I was like, what? Because honestly, just removing the like business aspect out of it, I just like would love to make stuff for my friends and just make something that they love and feel confident in. That would make me so happy, and I've just thought about that for a while. And so to have this actually happen, and she was actually just straight up like, can you make something for me? I was like, wow, I felt like that was just placed right into my hands. That kind of is what launched me into this idea of like, maybe I should start my business like here right now. So I've been thinking like logistically what it would look like to start a business. I think I would probably open something on Shopify. I've thought about doing Etsy, but I've just heard that a lot of times it's better to start off on Shopify. I don't know. I need to do more research. To be honest though, there are a lot of worries and unknowns and fears about starting something new like this, which is understandable because I've never done anything like this before, because I always make stuff for myself and I just know exactly what I like, and so I make it how I like. And if I mess up, it's no big deal because it's just like only me who's gonna know, it's only me who's gonna wear it. And so there are some of those worries of like, if I start making stuff for other people, then it's like way more pressure, and that's a little bit scary. Just the logistics, like opening an online shop and shipping and taxes, all sorts of things that I don't really understand. But honestly, I know that those are not things that I have to worry about right now. I should really just start. I will figure things out as I go, but the best option would be to start and do what I know that I can do right here, right now, and not overthink things, you know? And so that's the kind of mindset I'm trying to have as I go into doing this. You're not going to be good at it right at the beginning. You're not going to know everything right at the beginning, but the most important thing is just to start, because then you can learn along the way. And if you try to learn anything before you start, then you're never going to start, because it's impossible to know everything before you start. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very much behind the idea of just starting, even if you don't know what you're doing. I just don't know how I'm going to balance YouTube and starting this business, because I don't want to do too much and then not be able to do anything. You know what I'm saying? Because I also have a job, and my job is going to get like twice as busy during the summer. So I don't know what I'm doing, but ultimately I think it's a good idea just to start and to try new things. I was praying for the Lord to give me direction, and it feels as though He's giving me direction. And I do tend to be an overthinker. I kind of have this little phrase for myself. I tell myself, you need to think less and you need to do more. And that's bad advice for some people. But for me, I overthink so much, and then I get stuck in my own little brain that I don't end up doing anything. And so sometimes I just need to not think so much, and I just need to do stuff. And I feel like right now is one of those moments. That's kind of all I wanted to talk about. So I will come back to you in a few days, and we will crochet her little bandana together. It is now 2 days after I filmed last. I'm gonna go ahead and start crocheting the bandana. She hasn't responded yet about the colors, but I'm going to at least start on the main base white part. It is officially April now. My calendars have been super cute this year. I feel the need to show them off in every video. Let's see what our new calendar looks like for April. Little side quest here. For March, the little frog was in this cute pond. Oh my goodness. Guys, this is so cute. Look at that guy. Our little frog is holding some eggs. Every month has been such a bright color, and I just think it's so cute and so fun to have such like a big burst of color on my wall. And that it changes every month is so much fun. My favorite has been the February one, because of the pink goes very well with like the rest of my room. All right, let's get started on our crocheting. done so far. I don't really like this type of yarn, I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of difficult to work with because it keeps on separating, which causes problems as I'm working with it. Plus it just feels like it's a little stiffer than some of the other yarn I used. This is the yarn that I used for my bandana. See how it's nice and like floppy and drapey and it's like good to wear? This one is just a little stiffer for some reason. Also it's doing the weird thing where it's like getting bumpy, which I was worried about. See how it's kind of like not straight up there at the top? So I'm just gonna keep on going and hope for the best. But I have to go to work now, so I will check back in with you probably tomorrow when I've made more progress. Unfortunately, I'm getting sick today. So I have no energy to do anything. But I wanted to show you my progress. This is how it's coming. This is the yarn that I'm using. And it's so cute, but now that I'm doing it, I'm just not quite certain. I'm not 100% certain if it looks good. I'm sorry the window's open. But then I realized that I made a mistake on each one of these flowers, so I'm trying to decide, do I go back and fix it or is it not a big deal? I'm kind of just hitting a wall. So right now I'm stuck because I don't know if I should use this yarn color. I don't know if I should go back and fix my mistakes or if it's not that big of a deal. I don't know anything and I just want to take a nap. There's the raw reality of it. Me getting sick is kind of throwing a kink in the plan. That I don't really have a resolution. That's just the way it is. In other news, I got the Huntrix meal at McDonald's. I got the Rumi photo card and the meal absolutely wrecked me. I'm never eating at McDonald's again. That's also why I don't feel good. I'm telling you, those chicken nuggets, there's no way that's real food. Anyways, thank you for being here for the beginning of my potential crochet business journey. I'm very excited to see where this goes. If and when I start this business, I'm definitely going to be filming every little bit of it. So I'm so excited to see where this will go, and I hope that you will stick with me during this journey. Thank you for watching this video.